Tech giants in the world. Did you know that until 2018, there wasn't a public company worth $1 trillion on the face of the planet? Interestingly, tech giants in the world today are collectively worth about $12 trillion. It gets even better. These tech giants have not just improved our living standards and contributed to the ease we all enjoy on Earth, they have made millionaires across the globe. Super amazing, right? Well, watch this video to find out mind-blowing details of the tech titans on our list. Before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button below. And remember to click the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload our videos. Let's dive right in. 1. Apple Inc. With a current market value of $2.35 trillion, Apple was the first company to reach a $1 trillion valuation, and it's maintained its lead as the world's preeminent tech stock. The scale of the California-based smartphone giant is quite incomprehensible, but to put it in perspective, revenue from Apple Airpods alone likely exceeds the revenue of Adobe Inc, a tech giant in its own right worth more than $300 billion. Apple's biggest cash cow is obviously the iPhone, the most successful tech gadget of all time. Last quarter alone, iPhone sales clocked in at $39.5 billion, and the release of the iPhone 13, replete with improved battery life, a faster chip, and an improved camera, will surely rake in tens of billions more. The growth of Apple's high-margin services segment, with revenue topping $17 billion in the last quarter, has helped keep Apple atop the list of most valuable tech stocks. 2. Microsoft Corporation, currently valued at $2.2 trillion, the world's largest software company, Microsoft, has added an extra dimension to its business in the last decade, the cloud. Although Amazon's AWS has long held the crown as the world's most dominant cloud provider, a May report from the research firm IDC has Microsoft's Azure tied with AWS for the biggest market share in public cloud services at 12.8%. After growing earnings per share by more than 25% annually over the last 5 years, Microsoft should post annualized EPS growth of 15% over the next half-decade, according to analyst estimates. In a stark illustration of its enormous scale, Microsoft just raised its dividend by 10% and approved a $60 billion stock buyback program. That's less than 3% of MSFT's market value, but more than the entire worth of Chipotle Mexican Grill Inc. 3. Alphabet Incorporated. If you use the internet, email, own a smartphone, and often rely on a certain digital map to take you to some unknown place, then you are probably a regular primary consumer of Alphabet's Google and its suite of services. Impressively, Alphabet Incorporated is valued at $1.85 trillion, and like some of the other most valuable tech companies in the world, its subsidiary company, Google, has gotten into antitrust trouble for its dominance, and with a roughly 90% global share of the search market, it's not hard to imagine why. Its free Android mobile operating system is hard for handset companies to turn down, and comes installed with a suite of Google apps, and the Google search engine as the default preference. The company got a huge year-over-year bump last quarter as advertisers returned after a wildly uncertain 2020, and revenue jumped 62%. 4. Amazon.com Incorporated. Amazon might be considered primarily a retailer by some, but at its heart, it's a tech company. Not only does the company crank out a dizzying array of tech gadgets, ranging from the Alexa line of smart speakers to its Kindle tablets, but Amazon's cloud computing arm, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is a powerhouse and the leading provider in the US. Certainly one of the reasons its value has risen to a whopping $1.7 trillion. Although AWS accounted for just 13.1% of overall revenue last quarter, it was responsible for 54.4% of the company's operating income. It's the kind of growth engine that allowed Amazon to operate at a loss internationally until very recently. Now, it is a cash cow in no danger of being disrupted. 5. Facebook Incorporated. FB stock has benefited greatly this year from the economic recovery. In less than 9 months, the stock is up more than 30%, allowing the social media giant to crack the $1 trillion mark for the first time. Advertisers are more willing to spend than they were a year ago, with year-over-year revenue jumping 56% in the second quarter. There are more than 3.5 billion monthly active users across its family of apps, which include Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger in addition to the eponymous Facebook app. While constantly making enemies on Capitol Hill due to privacy issues, misinformation, and, more recently, problems relating to the mental health of Instagram users, Facebook still has ample room to grow. Facebook Marketplace and an increased focus on shopping features on Instagram offer promising growth in e-commerce, while Facebook's vision for virtual reality and a metaverse also has some really attractive long-term upside. You should know also that the company is currently valued at $1 trillion. 6. Samsung Electronics Company Limited. Valued at $440 billion, Samsung earned its spot among the top 10 most valuable tech companies in the world by going head-to-head against one of the most imposing companies on earth, Apple. Samsung's line of Galaxy smartphones and tablets is the biggest direct competitor to the iPhone and iPad, and the South Korean company has helped whittle Apple's lead in tablet market share from 54 percentage points in 2011, 61% to 7%, to just 12 percentage points a decade later, 31% to 19%. And Samsung is still the global market leader in smartphone market share, with 18% of the market to Apple's 15%. It doesn't have the services revenue that Apple does, but its strong brand, scale, and staying power in other areas like TVs and appliances make it a well-rounded and formidable global tech player. Do you agree that these are the tech giants in the world? What about their market values? Would you consider them intimidating? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be the first person to watch new videos on this channel.